What's going on? Matt Savoca here from Awesemo.com, bringing you my top 3 plays in the NBA on PrizePicks for Thursday, March 10th, 2022. After yesterday's mega slate, a 12-game slate, we're slowing things down here with just a 2-game slate. And as of the time of this recording, actually, there's just 1 game's worth of props available here. So we are going to be sticking with that Brooklyn-Philadelphia matchup. But before we dig into this one, if you guys haven't checked out PrizePicks already, now is the best time to do so. You can use promo code Awesemo, first of all, and that gets you up to a $100 first match deposit bonus. But guys, there's no sharks, optimizers, or mass entries, and a 5-player lineup on PrizePicks can net you up to 10x your entry fees. There are so many ways to play. You can use your knowledge of multiple sports to make cross-sport entries and a 3-player flex play. You just need 2 out of 3 right, and you get 1.25x your money. You get 3 out of 3 right, you get 2.25x your money. And if you play all 3 in a power play, get all 3 right, and you make 5x your entry fee. Easy as that. Download it in the App Store, on Google Play, or just play on prizepicks.com. And for a limited time, you can get 1 free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum when you sign up for PrizePicks and make a deposit today. You will receive an email within 24 to 48 hours with instructions on how to claim that free month. Okay, guys, let's get into my top 3 plays on PrizePicks for today. My number 3 play on PrizePicks, James Harden over 10.5 assists. So we need to talk about James Harden for a minute. Obviously, he's been on fire since joining his new team. Absolutely. He's averaging a cool 24.6 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, and a ridiculous 12.4 assists per game since joining the 76ers. And for about a week straight, the Awesemo projections, which are correctly weighted heavily on recent individual output, have been recommending the unders pretty heavily for Harden. I'm not doing it. I am simply not doing it. In fact, I'm going against it here. Harden has played at least 35 minutes and had at least 9 assists in every single game he's played with Philadelphia. He's had 11 or more assists in 4 of his last 5 games. And I don't think Brooklyn is good enough defensively, or should I say they really care enough defensively to stop Harden from getting his tonight. We have Harden projected for the most assists of any player on this 2-game slate. And while our median projection sits below 10 for Harden, implying the under on this prop bet, I just think that's altogether too low as a projection based on his new role on his new team. I have Harden projected for north of 12 assists here in 36.5 minutes of action as my projection. That's good enough for my number 3 overall play on PrizePicks this Thursday. My number 2 play on PrizePicks, Joel Embiid under 31.5 points. So right off the bat, we should definitely say this. This is a pretty efficient prop line. There's not a huge amount of value here. Embiid has gone over 31.5 points in exactly 50% of his starts since Harden came over. And last time we saw Embiid on Monday night, he was absolutely spectacular, unstoppable. In 36 minutes against the Bulls, he put up a ridiculous 43 points on just 16 shots, adding 14 boards and 2 assists to boot. Embiid is playing the best basketball of his career. There's no doubt about it. No doubt in anyone's mind, really. But tonight, even against a bad Brooklyn defense who ranks 5th worst in the NBA in defensive rating over their last 10, I think Embiid has a game closer to his previous 3 outings before Monday, where he averaged a solid but unspectacular 23.6 points per game. Brooklyn isn't at all equipped to handle the big fella underneath tonight, so I think Embiid is going to have a great game, absolutely. But for this one, I'm trusting the math, I'm trusting the Sims, and I'm trusting the Awesemo projections. Embiid's point expectation is around 28 points, and he fails to reach 32 in over 60% of our latest simulations. And my number 1 play over on PrizePicks for this Thursday, we will keep it right on this 76ers team. If Harden is going to be dishing out all the assists and Embiid is not scoring 43 points, but performing admirably nonetheless, then somebody on the Philadelphia Sixers has to be a beneficiary in the scoring department. So let's go Tobias Harris over 14.5 points. The Awesemo projections heavily suggest that Harris is going to be that player who benefits the most here. here. Since the deadline deal, Harris has had at least a dozen points in all but 2 games, and he's topped 14 points in 3 of those contests. Brooklyn, as we've been talking about for this entire video, is really, really bad on defense here. So bottom 5 defense is enough for me to project a little bit of the overs for these role players. Most importantly, Harris has the projected playing time that should help propel him to the over in this middling prop line. He's averaged nearly 34.5 minutes of play since February 25th, and he's played in 37 or more minutes in 3 straight games. If he gets that kind of usage and the game flow goes to the Awesemo projections expectation, he's going to hit the over here. It's that simple. He's hit the over on this line in exactly 33% of his recent contests, but running the simulations for tonight, Harris crosses that 15-point line in a whopping 63% of our latest simulations, making it the #1 play on PrizePicks for this Thursday. And that is going to do it for my top 3 plays on PrizePicks for Thursday, March 10th, 2022 in the NBA. To recap, James Harden over 10.5 assists, Joel Embiid under 31.5 points, and Tobias Harris over 14.5 points. 3 bets, 3 Sixers bets to get you ready for this 2-game slate this Thursday. Guys, now is the best time to get over to PrizePicks. Use promo code Awesemo, get that first match deposit bonus, make a deposit over there so you can get a free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum. We will be back with all the coverage you need leading off the tip-off tonight and for the rest of the season here in the NBA. Until next time, I'm Matt Savoca from Awesemo.com. We'll see you guys later.